Welcome everybody to another edition of the Count Out. This is Corey rocking it out. Oh my gosh, I stumbled a little bit, but we're all right. So today we're talking about Sacrifice, TNA's pay-per-view, which is gonna I don't know if it's gonna be good or not because it kind of worries me. So TNA last year did this whole, hey, we're only gonna do a few pay-per-views a year, Lockdown, Anniversary, Bound for Glory, and then we're gonna do TV pay-per-views. They never really made a real statement why they didn't do that. I think everyone knows it's probably because the buy rates just weren't there. They just were not selling the pay-per-view, so it was just wasting more money. That's why they kind of did the one-night onlys where they just filmed them and they just throw them on pay-per-view. They didn't film them live and all that stuff, but whatever. So, we got this pay-per-view they're doing. Sacrifice, but they're not building towards it all. It's April 27th, so granted, it's still a month away. So it's not necessarily fair to attack them on that, but they should start the build. If they want to get people hyped up and bring people in, but people, man, I really want to buy this pay-per-view. This is really the boiling point. They can't have these pay-per-view matches on TV all the time. Granted, it's good to have pay-per-view matches every once in a while on TV. It gives the crowd something that feels like, wow, you know, it's not like I just have to buy a pay-per-view to get this match, but certain matches you got to have just on pay-per-view. So they have, yesterday on Impact, they had Cowboy James Storm versus Gunner in like a no-holds-barred, whatever match, anything goes match. That should have been our pay-per-view match. What should happen is that after James Storm attacked the dad, Gunner's dad, you know, they should have, you know, been fighting, you know, attacking each other, where finally MVP is like, you know what, this is it. We're going to have the end of this. You guys are going to fight at Sacrifice in an I Quit match or whatever. And then the winner gets a number one contenders match. This is where it all started from. Boom, number one contenders match. James Storm can come out on top. Gunner's already got his title shot. Granted, he got screwed. James Storm can come on top, can fight at Summiversary against, what's this called? Magnus. And there we go. We got that going on then. So they're right there. There's your match. But they already screwed that up, I think. Well, they didn't necessarily screw it up. They did not. But do you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. They could have built that to a pay-per-view. That would have been a pay-per-view caliber match. Yeah, Mr. Anderson versus Sam Shaw, a straightjacket match. I'm not feeling, I don't know. There's not much going on with Mr. Anderson. He didn't really show up at the show with Christy or anything like that. There's not as much with it. It was a last minute lockdown pay-per-view. They built a little rivalry, but there wasn't much that really pulled it together. So I don't know. That could be a TV match. That's I'm not too big. Sanjay versus Tiger Uno in a match 1 best of 3 series. So they should work at that. Obviously, Sandanda wins 1. I pronounced the name wrong. Tiger Uno wins 1. And then obviously the last match should be at Sacrifice. So maybe they didn't mess that one. That one's still good. Velvet Sky, Angelina Jolie versus Madison Rayne and a partner of her choice. You know, you could have built that to be a pay-per-view match, but it doesn't really matter. It could be TV too. You know what I'm saying? It's like back and forth on that one. Bully Ray and Willow versus EC3 and Bobby Roode in a tables match. You know, this is something that should be this should be a pay-per-view match. They could have really built Willow, you know, EC3 and Bobby Roode kind of working together. They'd be like, all right, you know, you could show EC3 and Bobby Roode go, all right, look, we got to work together, you know. You got to help me get Willow. And Bobby Roode's like, oh, you got to help me get Bully, you know. And they kind of work together on it. And they could have built it a little bit more. Because they started building something with Bobby Roode and Bully. I don't know. They just build like a rivalry right away. And instead of just, they just have a match. And yeah, because, you know, they continue building it, but they shouldn't have the match right away. And then we have Samoa Joe versus Abyss versus Eric Young versus Magnus for the World Heavyweight title. Main event of Impact. No. This should not be the main event of Impact. This should never have been the main event of Impact. This is a pay-per-view caliber match. This is a 100% pay-per-view caliber match. It just blows my mind. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting it for free. But it just upsets me because TNA is not building this. They're just, I want them to succeed. I love TNA. I think they're a great product. I think they've been doing a great job. But they just haven't been doing an awesome job. They're not doing what they're supposed to. I want them to succeed. Everyone's saying they're going to go out of business if they don't get to resend this TV deal. What's his name? Jeff Jarrett's guy's promotion that he's making the first announcement April 7th. Even if it is a promotion, it could be a reality TV show. We don't really know what it is. And then we got, you know, WWE, which is doing good, kind of, but their WrestleMania sucks. Their build for WrestleMania sucks. And TNA can really go and be different with this and really build their stuff, but they're not. And this is what the problem with TNA had before. They would never build their pay-per-views. Just the week before, they'd be like, "Oh, look at all these matches." I mean, we knew the matches were coming, but you gotta announce them before, so people are like, "Oh man, I'm really excited for this." I mean, certain fans are gonna know like what matches. Oh, I know this is gonna happen, but this should have. It just upsets. It bothers me because this is a pay-per-view caliber card. Essentially, this could have been sacrificed right here. And you know what? To be honest, I would have bought this pay-per-view. I would have 100% bought this pay-per-view because it looks awesome. And TNA's really got to start building. And granted, they didn't really necessarily mess up now. I mean, they could still build this and use these matches. But once you have the matches again, it's just not the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just got to be... I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes next week on Impact and the following up until Sacrifice. This is just a quick thought on just kind of what I'm thinking. But obviously, this is just my thoughts. What are your thoughts about the whole Sacrifice and TNA building up their pay-per-views? And we will talk to you guys later.